Good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. So, how many of us are ready for the test? Oh, Mritika has not joined us. Oh, God. All of us are ready for the test. Who will be disappointed if I say we'll take the test tomorrow? Swati. Harshita. All of you, because you're ready for the test. No, I'm only concerned why Mritika has not joined us, because she couldn't attend few classes as she was not in town. I'll just check with her children, just for her sake. Can we take the test tomorrow? Because even I want to know, I have to assess her performance also. All of us have to take up the test so that I know where we stand. And since she's not been able to attend a few classes, I just want to know if she's watched the recordings and, she's also up to date like the others. Can we do that? Kindly cooperate.
Yes,
Yeah, I'll just check with her why she was not able to join the meeting today. And positively, we'll take it tomorrow. No reasons for tomorrow. No reasons. Whatever it is, we'll take up the test tomorrow. All right. Thank you so much, children. Yeah. Yeah, we need to continue from here. Yes. So write the following in expanded form. Write the following in expanded form. So the place values go like this. So units, tens, hundreds, ones meaning 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power 4, meaning 10 to the power 0 is 1 units place. 10 to the power 1 is 10, the tens place. 10 square, 100, the hundreds place. 10 cubed, 1000, the thousands place. So now let's check the place values after the decimal point. After the decimal point. So after the decimal point, the first place value after the decimal point is 1 by 10, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10. This is tens. This one is tens. This is hundreds. 100, right? 100 and S after it. Hundreds. Thousands, right? 1000 and S after that. Thousands. After the decimal point will be 1/10 or 1 by 10. 1/100, 100 and THS 100 or 1 by 100. 1000s. Let me finish completely. 1000s, right? 1000 and THS. Here it will be 1000, 1000 and S after it. Thousands, 5000s, 6000s. This is 1000th, THS, which means 1 by 1000. So 1 by 10 can also be written as 10 to the power minus 1. 1 by 100 is 1 by 10 squared or 10 to the power minus 2. 1 by 1000 is 1 by 10 cubed. 1000 is 10 cubed. 10 into 10 into 10 is 1000. 10 into 10 into 10 is 1000. 10 cubed is not 10 into 330. 10 cubed meaning 10 into 10 into 10, 1000. So 10 cubed or 10 to the power minus 3. So after the decimal point, we have 1/10. 1/10, which is 1 by 10 or 1 by 10 to the power 1 it is, right? You don't have to show that. Or 10 to the power minus 1. Then the next place value is 1/100ths. Hundredths, which is 1 by 100 or 1 by 10 square or 10 to the power minus 2. The next one, it goes on like this. 1,000ths, 1000 and then THS, which is 1 by 1000 or 1 by 10 cubed, which is 10 to the power minus 3 and so on. So we have the place values like this, the decimal point here, then units place, which is 10 to the power 0. Units place, that is 1. 10 to the power 0 is 1. So that's the units place. Then tens, 10 to the power 1. Hundreds, 10 square. Thousands, 10 cubed. 10,000s, 10 to the power 4, and so on. After the decimal point, we have 10. I told you here, 10 to the power minus 1. After the decimal point, 10 to the power minus 1. Then 10 to the power minus 2. Then 10 to the power minus 3, and so on. Yeah, you can just make a note of this. Please make a note of this, children.
Completed, ma'am.
Very good.
Done, ma'am.
All right.
Done, ma'am.
All right, children. So now let's understand how to write the following numbers in the expanded form. So see here. Don't write, please see. Okay. So we need to write this number in the expanded form. So I've just tabulated like this. So this is 10 to the power 0. This is 10 to the power 1. And this is 10 to the power 2. This is 10 to the power minus 1. And this is 10 to the power minus 2. So I've tabulated. You can see the decimal point here. Decimal point 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2. Then 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 2. See, this is nothing but the units place. 1. 10 to the power 1 is, sorry. 10 to the power 0 is 1. 10 to the power 0 is 1. See here, this is the decimal point. This is the decimal point. The units place. 10 to the power 0, 1. This is the units place. This is the tens place. 10 to the power 1 is 10. This is the tens place. Tens, T-E-N-S, tens. 10 square, 100. This is the hundreds place. H-U-N-D-R-E-D-S, hundreds. 900s. And then decimal point. After the decimal point, we have 1 by 10. We have 1 by 10, which is 10 to the power minus 1. And then we have 1 by 100, which is 10 to the power minus 2. So how do we write it in the expanded form? Multiply. Children, please listen. Multiply every digit with its respective place value. Multiply every digit with its respective place value. 9 is the digit, the first digit you see. Its place value is 10 square. Multiply 9 into 10 square. Multiply every digit with its respective place value. So 9 into 10 square plus 8 into 10 to the power 1 plus 7 into 10 to the power 0 plus 4 into 10 to the power minus 1 plus 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. This is how we write this number in this decimal number in the expanded form. Yes, children, I think with this you can complete all of them. Yes, finish it. Finish all the 4, children. If you have any question, you can ask me. Complete all the 4 quickly.
Uncompleted. No,
All right.
ma'am.
Yeah, okay, I'll wait.
Yes, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
All right. All of you?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, ma'am.
No, okay.
Done, ma'am.
I'll let you do. Next one. Yes, I'm not explaining this. Try. I'll get the answers from you. Write the following in the decimal form. The expanded form is given to you, and you have to write the respective decimal number. Please take down the question and then answer it. Do not write only the answer, children. Write the heading. Take down each question and then answer it. Done, children?
No, ma'am. Doing the last question, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll wait, children.
Completed, ma'am.
Yeah. Harshita, what is the answer to the first one?
Ma'am, for the first one, the answer is 65.803. 803, ma'am.
Okay, after the decimal point, we don't read the number like that. We say 65.803.
Okay,
Read
ma'am.
the digits individually. 803.
Okay, ma'am.
65.803. Friends agree? Harshita's friends agree with her?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Because we have 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 0, decimal point, 10 to the power -1, 10 to the power -2, 10 to the power -3. So 10 to the power 1, we have 6. The digit under 10 to the power 0 is 5. Decimal point. The digit under 10 to the power -1 is 8. Under 10 to the power -2, we have nothing, so 0. And then under 10 to the power -3, it is 3. So the decimal number is 65.803. If you have this, you are right. Very good, Harshita.
Shall I say for next?
Okay, 1 second. Children, all of you understand the first one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Swati, the second one.
Ma'am, I got 0.045, ma'am.
0.045. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I
All of you got the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I do the last sum?
Yes, Bhavishya, 1 minute. Okay, Bhavishya will say the third one. Now, is the second one correct? All of you get the same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so how is it like that? We'll see that. So the place values, decimal point. Before the decimal point, we have 10 to the power 0. Then 10 to the power -1, 10 to the power -2, 10 to the power -3. Decimal point, before the decimal point, we have 10 to the power 0. Then after that, 10 to the power -1, -2, -3. So here we have nothing in the units place. So 0 point. 10 to the power -1, there is no digit, so 0. 10 to the power -2, 4. 10 to the power -3, 5. So 0.045. Yes, Bhavishya, the third one.
Ma'am, 504.096.
Correct?
Yes,
Others?
ma'am. Got this.
Same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. I'll just wait for some time. If you want to make any modifications in the answer, you can do it. Okay, over to the next one. Express in standard form. Express in standard form. Write down the question, children. Take down the first question alone. Write the heading and take the first one alone, first subdivision. So standard form is also called the scientific notation. Yes, Nandana?
Can I say that?
5 into 10 to the power?
-6.
-6, huh?
Ma'am, -7, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see that 1 second. So standard form is also called the scientific notation. Scientific notation. Scientific notation. This is called the usual form. What is here is the usual form. The two ways of expressing numbers are, we say one is the usual form, the regular form, usual form. And the other is a standard form. Standard form or the scientific notation. Standard form or the scientific notation. Scientific notation. So express in standard form, standard meaning the scientific notation. So to express in the standard form or the scientific notation, you will have to write the number in the form . Yeah, you have to write the number in the form k into 10 to the power n. K into 10 to the power n, where you'll have to write it in this form. You have to write the number in the form k into 10 to the power n, where the value of k can be 1, anything more than 1, but less than 10. Listen carefully. The value of k, the minimum value of k is 1. The minimum value of k is 1. The minimum value of k should be 1. Or it can be anything more than 1. Anything more than 1. 1.2, 1.3, 2.5, 3.6, 7.4, 8.1. Anything more than 1, but less than 10. It cannot be 10. K cannot take the value 10. K cannot be 10. Less than 10, it can be 9.9. So K can be anything more than, K can be 1 or anything more than 1, but less than 10. The value of K can be 1 or anything greater than 1, but less than 10. Can the value of K be 1? Can K be 1? Can the value of K be 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it can be 1 or anything more than 1. Can it be 10? Can the value of K
Yes,
be 10?
ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
9 point.
Cannot be 10. It should be less than 10. It can be 1. It cannot be 10. The value of K can be 1, but it cannot be 10. It should not be 10. It can be 1, anything more than 1, but less than 10. And n is any integer. N is any integer. N can be any integer. Meaning n can be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, any integer. N can be any integer. So make a note of this. Scientific notation or standard form. Standard form.
Done, ma'am.
All right.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll wait.
Done, ma'am.
I'll let you know. So now 0 point, how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 in the scientific notation. So now the first value, as you understood, can be 1 or anything more than 1, but less than 10. So we need to shift this decimal point. So see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supposing you stop here, 6. Supposing you stop here, what is the value? It will be 0.5. It will be 0.5. Supposing you stop here, you bring the decimal point here. It will be 0.5. No, it's less than 1. The minimum value is 1. The minimum value of k is 1. 0.5 is less than 1. So you cannot stop here. You'll have to bring the decimal point here. Then it will become 5. See here, when you move the decimal point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. It will come here. So the number will become 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 5. And the decimal point is here. That means the number is only 5. The number is only 5. If the decimal point comes here, the number is 5. So number can be 5. K can be 5. It is more than 1, but less than 10. K can be 5 into 10 to the power. Now the number was actually 0 point this one. The number was actually this one. You have made it 5. You have increased its value. So you must raise 10 to a negative power. Opposite effect. Opposite effect. The given number was only 0.00000005. It was such a small number, but you have made it 5. By shifting the decimal point, you have made the value, you have increased the value of the given number. By shifting the decimal point, you have increased the value of the given number. So you must give the opposite effect. You have increased the value, no? So raise 10 to a negative power. If you have reduced the value, raise 10 to a positive power. If the given number is small, but by shifting the decimal point, you have increased its value. The given number is small. By shifting the decimal point, you have increased its value. So you have increased its value, right? Then raise 10 to a negative power. Suppose the given number was large, and by shifting the decimal point, you have made the number small. The given number was large. By shifting the decimal point, you have made it small. Then you must raise 10 to a positive power. And the value of the power depends on the number of places you have shifted the decimal point. That number of places by which you shift the decimal point, that will be the value in the power. Either it will be positive or negative, depending. Now, how many places have we shifted? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. 7 places we have shifted. We have shifted the decimal point by 7 places. Now the question is, should we write +7 or -7? So the given number was small. You have increased its value. It's become 5. Compare the given number and the number here 5. 0.000, that 5, this given number, and 5. You have increased its value. So raise 10 to a negative power. So minus 7. 5 into 10 to the power minus 7. To write the given number in the standard form, you will have to move the decimal point. By moving the position of the decimal point, if you are increasing the value of the given number, by shifting the decimal point, if you have increased the value of the given number, then you must raise 10 to a negative power. By shifting the decimal point, if you have reduced the value of the given number, by shifting the decimal point, if you have reduced the value of the given number, if you have made it small, then raise 10 to a positive power. Opposite effect. Opposite. If you have made the number big, negative power. If you have made the number small, positive power. I'll tell you the same thing again. The given number is 0.6 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5. So to write the given number in the scientific form or the standard scientific notation or the standard form, you know the format. It should be in the form k into 10 to the power n. That's the format. Now we need to identify the value of k, we need to shift the decimal point. So you know k can be 1, anything more than 1, but less than 10. So we need to change the position of the decimal point. So see here 1. You cannot stop here because you will not get the required value of k if you stop here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You will have to move the decimal point here. Only then the given number becomes 5, because when you move the decimal point here, it becomes 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, and the decimal point is here. That means the number is 5. All these zeros have no value now. The number is only 5. So this is correct. This value k can take this value because it is more than 1 but less than 10. 5 is more than 1 but less than 10. So k can take this value into 10 to the power. Now the given number is smaller than the number 5. The given number is smaller than the number 5. That means you've increased the value of the number. The given value, the new value is large. You've increased it. So raise 10 to a negative power. We have shifted the decimal point by 7 places. So minus 7. Let's see the next one. 0 point. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 6. All right. Okay. Now, the first thing is to find the value of k. So let's move the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the number becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 3.6. I hope I've written the number of zeros correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So the decimal point is actually here, but you need to move it here so that the number becomes 3.6. So that the number becomes 3.6. See, you cannot take it here, then it will become 36. And 36 is more than 10. 36 is more than 10. You have to bring the decimal point here. The number is, then the value is 3.6, which is more than 1 but less than 10. You cannot bring it here because then it will become 36. Okay. So the number is 0.123, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the number becomes 3.6. So we have identified K. Next into 10 to the power. The given number, you have increased the value of the given number. You have increased the value of the given number. So you should raise 10 to a negative power. By how many places did we shift the decimal point? By
From
how
7 places, ma'am.
7 place.
So we should raise 10 to a negative power, 7. That's all, children. This is the idea.
Ma'am, we have increased the value, ma'am, so the power should be negative.
Correct. You understand that, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Different teachers put it in a different way, you know. In sometimes in school they'll say if you shift the decimal point to the right, left, and all that. Yeah. So this is how I put it. Whatever is the way it's explained, the answer will be the same for all of us. This is how I explain it.
Ma'am, shall I try for the third one?
No, I just want to make it clear. So I want to do the third one. Maybe I'll give you some of, we can take some other questions other than what you see on the screen. So let me do the third one now. I'll give all of you a chance, children. We'll take 5 different questions and I'll give each of you a chance to try. So 126.03. So now we need to move the decimal point to the left like this. 1, 2. 1, 2 here. So when you move the decimal point here, the number becomes 1.2603. The given number is 126.03. You have to first find the value of K. The value of K can be 1 or anything more than 1, but less than 10. So you need to shift the decimal point like this. 1. When you move it here, what is the value? 12.603. No, it can't be 12. When you supposing you move it here, it is 12.603. No, not possible. It cannot be 12. Then you'll have to move it here. When you move it here, it becomes 1.2603. This is fine because it's more than 1, but less than 10. This is fine. So now the given number is 126.03 and you have reduced its value. You have made it 1.2603. It was 126. The given number is 126.03 and you have made it small 1 point. That means only 1 it is. It was 126. It's become 1 now. You have reduced its value. So raised 10 to a positive power. By how many places did we shift the decimal point? 2 places. It was here 1, 2. We shifted the decimal point by 2 places. So 10 raised to a positive 2. Understand all of you?
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Yeah, now we'll complete this. I'll show you the answers. The others you can understand. So when there is no, okay, I should tell you this. When you don't see the decimal point at all. Now in this number, where is the decimal point? There is no decimal point. That means it is here. It's here at the end of the number, not at the beginning of the number. See, 5 means 5.0. 5 means 5.0. 10 means 10.0. 25 means 25.0. 11 means 11.0. So if it is simply 11, the decimal point is here after the number. So 80900 means the decimal point is here. So you're moving it like this 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Yeah, understand yourself. You can don't try to write the answer straight away, children, like you see in the slide. You need to do some rough work. In the rough column, you'll have to shift the decimal point, identify the number, and then write the answer. Do that. Please complete this. I'll come back. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm done, ma'am.
All right, yeah. So you might have understood, still I need to tell you. So when it is 80,900, the decimal point is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to bring it here. You need to bring it here. That means it becomes 8.0900. I'm writing the entire number as it is. This is my rough work. I'll do this in the rough column. The decimal point was here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we get it here. So now what is the number? 8.09. 8.09, because these zeros can be ignored. They have no value. These zeros can be ignored. They have no value. 8.0900. 8.0900. So you can just ignore these zeros. So it is 8.09. And you can see that this value is more than 1 and less than 10. So this is the value of k into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've shifted the decimal point by 4 places. Now is it plus 4 or minus 4? So the number is 80,900 and we have made it 8. See here, 8.09. This number is so large. 80,900 was the given number and we've made it only 8. 8.09. So you have reduced the value of the number. So that means opposite effect, positive power. Plus 4 or simply 4. Similarly here, the decimal point is here. So 1, 2, 3. You need to bring it here. So it becomes 2.222. And the number is 2,222. You have reduced its value. So positive power 10 to the power 3. OK. Who wants to try the first one?
Ma'am, Bhavishya.
OK, so this is your question, Bhavishya. This is your question.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, at last we should point the decimal point, ma'am. After that we should No,
I want the answer. I just want the answer.
Ma'am, 1.00000, ma'am, and 1 into 5, ma'am. The 10 power 5, ma'am.
1 point. How many zeros?
5, ma'am.
Okay, into 10 to the power
5, ma'am.
5. So you can also take away the zeros, right? And just write 1 into 10 to the power 5, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, correct. Perfect. So you can see the value can be 1. The value can be 1. It can be 1. The value of k can be 1. Anything more than 1, but less than 10. Correct. Who wants to try the second one?
Ma'am, shall I?
Okay, Swati. Yes, this is for Swati.
Ma'am, it's like 5.0007 into 10 to the power 4.
Correct. Very good. Who wants to try the next one? Nandana. Okay. Yes, Nandana.
Ma'am, is it 9 into 10 power minus 6?
9
Into 10 power minus 6.
No, apply the rule correctly. No, no.
Shall I try?
No, 1 second. Let me just check with Nandana again. Nandana, where the decimal point is here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
0.00 and 4 9s. Now, should you move the decimal point to the left or right?
Come to the right, ma'am.
Right. So if you move it here, what is the number?
Sir, ma'am, it is 99.9.
No, you should apply the rule. Actually, see, without applying the rule, if you're just saying what comes to your mind, you will be wrong only. There is a procedure. Apply the procedure. The decimal point is here. You should shift it 1, 2. How many places should you shift to get a number 1 more than 1 less than 10? No, if you apply the rule correctly, you cannot go wrong.
Is it 99.
No, you tell me where I should stop the decimal point. See, I'm moving.
Last 9.
Where should I move? Like, okay, 1.
From
Should I stop here?
No, ma'am.
3. Should I stop here?
No, ma'am.
No, that means you have not understood. No, Nandana, you should think and answer correctly. Nandana, you must stop when you must stop moving the decimal point. You should move till you get 1 more than 1 less than 10. Every time you move the decimal point, read the value of the number. Every time you move the decimal point, check the value of the number.
Ma'am, is it 9.999?
No, I'll just give you some time. 1 minute, 1 minute. Just a minute.
And there should be 3 nines after the.
Nandana, 1 second, I'll just get back. 1 second. 1 second.
Can I?
Yes, Nandana.
Is it 9.999 into 10 power minus 3?
Do you feel it is right first? What is the value of k?
And it should be more than 1.
What is your value of k?
9.999.
Is it correct, that value of k? Is it less than 10?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is less than 10. You're right. You are correct. So you must, so 0.00 and 4 nines. 1, 2, 3, you must stop here. 3, you must stop here because 0.999. When you move the decimal point here, the number looks like this. When you move the decimal point here, the number looks like this, 0.999. Now these zeros are invalid. These zeros are invalid. So the number is 9.999. Yeah, it is less than 10. It's more than 1, less than 10. Correct. So 1, 2, 3 places we moved, and it becomes 9.999 into 10 to the power. The number is small. It was 0. The number was 0 point. It was 0. You made it 9. See, just see the value before the decimal point. From that itself you can make out. Before the decimal point here it is 0. Now here before the decimal point you have 9. You have increased the value of the number. So you should raise 10 to a negative or positive power.
Negative.
Yeah. So negative 3.
Okay.
Who wants to try the next one?
Me, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, the answer is 5.503 into 10 to the power minus 3, ma'am.
5.503 into 10 to the power
minus 3, ma'am.
Correct. Very good. Correct. 5.503 into 10 to the power minus 3, because the number is 0 point something and we've made it 5.5. We've increased so negative power and we have to shift the decimal point by 3 places. And see the value of k, 5.503. It's more than 1, less than 10. 5.503 is more than 1, less than 10. All right, children. Take down this.
Yes, ma'am, noted. Taken, ma'am. Noted this one, ma'am.
All right. Now, the next heading is express in the usual form. Express in the usual form. That is, the given number is in the scientific notation. The given number is in the scientific notation or the standard form. You need to write it in the usual form. Try, children.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
All right.
1 minute.
Ma'am, can I tell the answer for first one, ma'am?
Yeah, 1 second. Somebody is still trying. 1 second. Done, children?
No, ma'am. Done, ma'am.
Yeah, what's the answer for the first one?
Ma'am, Bhavishya.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, 0.000000789, ma'am.
7.89 into 10 to the power minus 7 is
0.000000789.
so how did you do that?
Ma'am, 6 zeros. Ma'am, 6 zeros after decimal.
6 zeros.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here when you're writing in the usual form, if the power is negative, you need to reduce the number. Remember that. If the power is negative, you need to reduce the number. So accordingly, you should shift the decimal point. If the power is positive, you should increase the number. If it's 7.89 into 10 to the power minus 7. The power is negative. If the power is negative, you need to reduce the number. If the power is positive, you need to increase the number. Increase the value of the number. So here the power is negative. So you need to reduce the value of the given number. So you'll have to shift the decimal point to the left. So 7.89. 7 places to the left. You'll have to make it small. If you'll have to make this number small, you should shift the decimal point to the left. If you want to increase the value of the number, then you should shift the decimal point to the right. The power is negative. The power is negative. You should reduce the value of this number. To reduce the value of this number, you need to shift the decimal point to the left. So to see here it is. So 1, it will come here. 1, 2, 1 minute. Yeah. 7.89. So see here 1. So it comes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The decimal point should be moved here. So you must fill the gaps with zeros. Fill the gap with zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Fill the gap with zeros. See here, the decimal point is here. I need to shift it by 7 places. 1, it will come here. 2, it will come here. 3, it will come here. 4, it will come here. 5, the decimal point will come here. 6, the decimal point will come here. 7, the decimal point will come here. So it should be here. The decimal point should be here. So add the zeros in all the gaps, add the zeros. I'll do it again. It is 7.89. We need to shift the decimal point by 7 places. 7 places. Since it's a negative 7, you need to reduce the value of the number. So move it to the left. 1, it will come here. The decimal point will come here. 2, the decimal point will come here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It should be here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. So the answer is the decimal point will come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros, 7, 8, 9. And you can add a 0 here before the decimal point. This is for the first one. Yes. For the next one, the power is positive. So you need to increase its value. For the next one, the power is positive. You need to increase its value. See, it is 2.54. You need to shift the, so you need 2.54 into 10 to the power 9. The power is positive. The power is positive. So you need to increase the value of 2.54. The power is positive, so you need to increase the value of 2.54. So you should shift the decimal point to the right side. So see here, 9 times 1, it will come here. 2, it will come here. 3, it will come here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it will be here. The decimal point is here. So add the zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros you should add. So that means the number is 254 and 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. And the decimal point is here. This one you don't have to write. When the decimal point is at the end of the number, you don't have to write it. When the decimal point is at the end of the number, you can just leave that. You can just ignore it. You can just ignore it. So this is the answer. So the other way of understanding this is 7.89 into 10 to the power 7. Sorry, minus 7 means 7.89 by 10 to the power 7. Negative power. So it means 7.89 by 10 to the power 7. This is nothing but 7.89 by 1 followed by 7 zeros. And what do you do? This you have already learned when you were young. When it is 5 by 100, you know it is 0.05. So like that here also you'll have to shift the decimal. You can follow what I told you now. I'm just telling you. And when it is 2.54 into 10 to the power 9, that means into 10 to the power 9, meaning 9 zeros. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You'll have to multiply. 2.54 is multiplied by 1 followed by 9 zeros. So the value increases. You're multiplying 2.54 with 1 followed by 9 zeros. So the value will increase. But here you're dividing 7.89 by 1 followed by 7 zeros. So the value will decrease. You're dividing. You're dividing by 1 followed by 7 zeros. So the value will decrease. You can write. So I told you how to write this straight away. And sorry, 1 second. Yeah. So I told you how to write this straight away. This one straight away.
I'm done, ma'am.
Yeah, this is just for your understanding why we have to increase or decrease the value. So you're dividing by 1 followed by 7 zeros. So when you're dividing, the value will reduce. That's why we shift the decimal point to the left like this. When you multiply, the value will increase. When you multiply, the value will increase. That's why we shifted the decimal point to the right like this.
Done, ma'am.
I'm done, ma'am.
All right. Take down this question. We'll understand this and wind up the session for today.
Is minus 5.54 into 10 to the power minus 25 another question?
No. It's minus. This is one question.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Yeah. I'll let you do. So this is the given expression or the question, this one. Now, the idea is, now you can see this one is in the scientific form or the standard notation. This one also is in the scientific notation or standard form. It need not be like that. I'm just telling you. We're just trying to understand, interpret the question. This one is in the scientific notation. You can see 6.389 because the value is less than 10 into 10 to the power minus 24. 5.54 is less than 10. More than 1, less than 10 into 10 to the power minus 25. So this is one part. This is the other part separated by a minus sign. Separated by a minus sign. This is one part. This is the other part separated by a minus sign. Now we need to find the value. So like if you're asked to find the value of 15 minus 3. So 15 minus 3 is 12. Similarly, they want you to find this difference. See here, this is the answer. They want you to find the difference between these two. Okay. Now what you should do is look at the power, look at this part. 10 raised to the power minus 24, 10 raised to the power minus 25. Now, you must try to introduce, now here this is 10 to the power minus 24. You must try to introduce minus 25 here, or this is 10 to the power minus 25. You should introduce 10 to the power minus 24 here. That is, you must make something common in the two parts. In the two parts, see, this is one part, this is the other part. You must make something common. Something common. See, we have the powers minus 24 and minus 25. So try to make 10 to the power minus 24 common or 10 to the power minus 25 common. Any one of the two. Any one of the two. So what I've done is, so my idea is I want to make 10 to the power minus 25 common. 10 to the power minus 25 common. So this is 10 to the power minus 25. I'm retaining this. I'm writing this one. I'm taking up this and trying to introduce minus 25 here. So how will I write minus 24 using minus 25? Minus 25 plus 1, right? Is minus 24. See, the idea is important. What is your idea? So here the idea is, I'm not disturbing 10 to the power minus 25. I'm trying to write 10 to the power minus 24 using 10 to the power minus 25. So how do I write that 10 to the power minus 24 using 10 to the power minus 25? Minus 25 and what is minus 24? Minus 25 and what is minus 24? Plus 1. It need not be always plus 1. It can be minus 1 also. What will give you minus 24? Minus 25 plus 1 is minus 24. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the first step. So in the second part, we have 10 to the power minus 25. In the first part, we write 6.389 as it is into 10 to the power. We write minus 24 using minus 25. So minus 25 plus 1, which is minus 24. So we are done with the first step. In the next step, what is 10 to the power minus 25 plus 1? You can write it as 10 to the power minus 25 into 10 to the power 1. Into 10 to the power 1. Because when bases are same and it's multiplication, we add the powers. You can write 10 to the power minus 25 plus 1. Split it and write it as 10 to the power minus 25 into 10 to the power 1. Why? Because bases are same, 10, 10, multiplication. We add the powers, minus 25 plus 1. So that is the next step. That's the next step. In the next step, what we do, we write this one as it is. We write this as 10 to the power minus 25 into 10 to the power 1. And this one as it is. Now we see that 10 to the power minus 25 is common. 10 to the power minus 25 is common. So 10 to the power minus 25 common. We take it out. We take it out. 10 to the power minus 25 is common. Bring it out. So this one is common. So we've written this outside. So write the remaining inside the bracket. 6.389 into 10 minus 5.54. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You have taken out 10 to the power minus 25 common. It's out common. So the remaining thing, 6.389 into 10, 10 to the power 1 is 10 only. So 6.389 into 10 minus 5.54 inside the bracket. Now what is in the next step? What is 6.389 into 10? 63.89. 6.389 into 10 is 63.89 minus 5.54. Now subtract 63.89 minus 5.54. Subtract 5.54. When you subtract, you will get 58.35. When you subtract, you will get 58.35. Now I've just written it the other way. I've written this 58.35 first, and then I've written 10 to the power minus 25. I've just written this one first and then this. Next, we need to write in the, we need to always leave the answer in the scientific notation. So don't disturb 10 to the power minus 25, write it as it is. Now write this in the scientific notation. Write this one in the scientific notation. 5.835 into 10 to the power 1, because you'll have to shift the decimal point here. Only one place. It will become 5.835. It will become 5.835. More than 1, less than 10. So you've shifted, you've made the number small. It was a big number. It was a big number, 58.35. You made it 5.835. The value was 58.35. You made it 5.835. You have reduced the value. So positive power, 10 to the power 1. Now we have 10 to the power 1 and 10 to the power minus 25. Multiplication. 10 to the power 1 into 10 to the power minus 25. When bases are same and it's multiplication, we add the powers. So we add the powers. You can see it here. 10 to the power 1 plus minus 25. Which is nothing but 10 to the power minus 24. 1 plus minus 25 is 1 minus 25, which is minus 24. So it's 5.835 into 10 to the power minus 24. And you can see that the answer is in the standard form or the scientific notation. 5.835 into 10 to the power minus 24. It's time now, children. I'll repeat this tomorrow. Or if you can hold on, I can tell you again. Another 3 minutes, I can just repeat the explanation. Shall I do it now or you're all hungry?
Ma'am, you can do it now.
Okay. So I was telling you that this one is in the scientific notation. This one is also in the scientific notation. It's just an observation. We are observing the question. We're trying to understand the different parts of the question. And you can see the minus sign here. So we need to subtract these two and give the result. The result should be in the scientific form or scientific notation. So we look at the powers, 10 to the power minus 24, 10 to the power minus 25. Either write minus 24 using minus 25 or write minus 25 using minus 24. That is your choice. You can do anything. I have taken up minus 24 and I have written it using minus 25 so that I can take out 10 to the power minus 25 common. So what have I written? See 6.389 as it is. I've written 10 to the power minus 24 as 10 to the power minus 25 plus 1. Minus 25 plus 1 is minus 24. And the second part as it is I've written. That's the first step, introducing minus 25. Then we write this one. We write 10 to the power minus 25 plus 1. We break it. We split it and write it as 10 to the power minus 25 into 10 to the power 1. Because when bases are same and it's multiplication, we'll add the powers, right? 25 plus 1. So we write this as it is. With this one, we split. We write it as 10 to the power minus 25 into 10 to the power 1. And the second part I've written as it is. Now 10 to the power minus 25 is common in the two parts. Bring it out. 10 to the power minus 25 common. Write the remaining things. 6.389 into 10 minus 5.54. Now 6.389 into 10. What's the product? 63.89 minus 5.54. When you subtract these two, you get 58.35. Now I've just written this 58.35 first, and then I've written into 10 to the power minus 25. Now we are not disturbing 10 to the power minus 25. We are trying to write 58.35 in the standard form or the scientific notation, which is this one. 58.35 in the scientific notation is this one. Now we again use the law of exponents. When bases are same, and its multiplication, we add the powers. So 10 to the power 1 plus minus 25. That means 1 minus 25, which is minus 24. So it is 5.835 into 10 to the power minus 24. And you see that the final answer is in the standard form. The value of K is less than 10, 5.835 into 10 to the power minus 24. Very important, children. Very useful for physics also, even in higher classes. My daughter is in 12th standard. She's studying in Bangalore. And she'll still call and ask me, you know, like when she has to solve problems in physics, there's a lot of, exponents used there. So when she works many sums, suddenly she gets confused. She calls me and she asks the basic things, she gets confused and she'll ask me a doubt. So I'm trying to say the importance of exponents. The importance of exponents. Whether they teach you all this in school or they don't teach you, this comes for the exam, does not come for the exam. We are not studying from marks point of view, from knowledge point of view. All this is very important. So make sure that you practice this well and understand this thoroughly. It will be useful for your higher classes also. All right, children. I hope the session was useful. That's it for today's session, children. Thank you so much. You may leave the call.
Thank you,
So this
ma'am.
was the compensation class, children. This day's compensation class.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Can we leave, ma'am?
Thank you,
Thank
children.
you,
You
ma'am.
may leave the call. You may leave the
Yes,
call,
ma'am.
children. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.